Saturday the 16th of February, and the sun has finally come out. So what I've been missing this year is jumps. So I'm off to a track called J4M54, which is just by Telford. It's got a couple of good senders in it. It's quite a good track. I've only ridden there once before, about 3 years ago. The bike broke down a few times, so I don't have a very good memory of it. I wasn't that keen on going there, but you've got to give everything a go twice in case the first time went wrong. I don't think it was the track that was. Oh yeah, my mate broke his wrist as well, I think, that day as well. I think that's just why I've not been there for so long. But it's one of the only tracks open today. Get my professional stand now. She's seen some better days, but she's seen a lot of days. I probably had that for about 10 years. And every now and again, if I'm lucky, I'll leave it with my friend Michael Moseley, and he'll get greased up. He'll come back working like a dream. Because I must have stole yours one day. Yeah. And he had it for about 2 weeks, and it came back all greased up working a treat. But now the lid's missing, so I might swap it with him later. We're going to do a bit of modifying. Old school style. Still over there. She's gonna breathe. Oh, such a better design.
Way better.
My email address just is in the link. Yamaha. Give me a ring. Modified. Cool. Oh, just do some more. Yeah. Sweet. Oh yeah, you can get that. So we've done some adjustments, so we're going to have to map it differently now. I've already got pre-settings on this, so all I'm going to do is send it. Hard hit. And that's the settings I run for what I call hard hitting. She done. Quite a nice track, this. Now for suspension wise, I haven't got a clue what I've done it last, so we're going to have to do the old back to stock and then work our way. I'm going to go all the way clockwise. Now we're going to count all the way back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
22, so we're going to go back to 12 and that's stop, and then we'll give that a go.
-1, 6, 28.
5.
12.
Oh, I just gave you my lottery.
12. I thought it was your date of birth, you old cunt. Same with the back. I'm going to go 13 in. Job done, factory. Then we'll go out for a ride and see how we get on. So I've done a few laps now on the bike. I feel like the front's a little soft. Like when I case that jump, I'm bottoming out there and it fucking hurts. So just gonna go one click, see how that does. And release the air. Don't know if you can hear the air come out then. And that's just one ride. And that muddy and sandy at the same time. So it ruts up really well. The corners, some real nice deep ruts, like you'd drag the foot peg like on the inside, which it makes you feel like a boss when you get it right. But there's a few features I struggled with. There's like a really long tabletop right after another tabletop, so you have to land so perfect, otherwise you get ejected into the face of it. And if you case the second one, it's kind of an uphill, so there's a right knuckle on it, and if you case that top, it just bounces you and you miss the landing completely. I saw a few people have big nearly shit themselves moments. You'd be tightening up on that fucker, definitely. So personally I thought it was a little bit too dangerous for what I'd get out of it, and I was actually struggling to clear the first one because of the soft sandy mud. There were people doing it. They were on 450s mainly, but there were people doing it on 125s and 250s, so it is possible. Better riders than me. But I just thought it's not worth it. Like, it'd be a hell of a crash because it's probably 4th gear, so it'd be a big old crash, and I don't fancy going home in the ambulance. There was also a section at the back where they've got rollers, kind of like whoops. And again, like, there were ruts going into there, and the whole thing was on a bit of a curve, on a bit of a right-hander. So if you get a swap on going through that, it's well, Luke, the guy that we were riding with today, he broke, the last time I was here, I was with him, and he broke his wrist on that section. And ever since then, that's kind of why I've not been back, because I just thought it's a bit too dangerous. But I'll give it another go, and sure enough, I kind of thought I'm not going to do that. I was doubling the last one out sometimes, but to go through them all at speed in the ruts at a practice track, not worth it. Maybe in a race you'd kind of push yourself and you'd mentally do it, but I didn't fancy it today. So I've got a 2-hour drive back, so I thought I'd say how the bike performed after cutting the air holes bigger. I've always thought that there's more to be had out of that bike. I'd go for it and you'd hear the bike going whoop, whoa, and then it wasn't as crisp, or the throttle response wasn't as good as I knew it could be, or other bikes would be. So as you see in the video, I've cut a hole in the top, like right above where the air filter sits, and then 2 lower down in the ram air system, they call it, because the engine on these Yams is back to front, so the exhaust comes out the back, then it wraps round and then goes out the back. So that means that the air intake is right at the front, so the cowls come around and it's meant to force air down into the air filter. But I don't think it's been designed amazingly well, because the bottom of the air filter sits against the cowl, I'm going to call it, and that restricts it, and it's got to travel a long way, the air. Whereas I just want, if the engine wants it, I want it to be able to have it instantly. So cutting the hole in the top it's not as bad as placed as you think, because it's protected by the front of the bike, so not much debris or roost gets in there, and you've got the air filter anyway. But after I did it, it was so much more throttle response. It's hard to explain without you having to test it yourself, but the bike revved so much quicker. I could notice it, and coming out of corners it had a bit more low end. So when I went full throttle from low RPM, where it needs all this air, you can get it now. I'm really happy with the modification on it, actually.